Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Feed the Factory and happy 40k subscribers.
I like that, Nick. I like that. Did you hold your phone? Oh, sorry. Did you hold that party whistle a little further away from the microphone?
Yes.
Could you bring it closer? Could I get
to bring it right
a high
up,
quality sound?
Isaac, you wanted me to bring it right up? Yes. Let me do that for you right now as I reopen YouTube. Here we go.
No. As you pull out the
as I pull out my
whistle.
party whistle again.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Beautiful.
There
Thank you.
we go. Gotta get the full effect.
Yeah, 40,000 subscribers over on YouTube, man. Holy heck. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
If you're watching this. And if you're not subscribed, then give it a try.
Yeah, give it a try. It's free.
You can do it, a 7-day free trial of subscribing to the Nick and Isaac channel. Just hit the subscribe button, and then 7 days from now, if you don't like it, then just forget about it.
Feel free to feel free to
stay subscribed.
Stay subscribed. Oh man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Oh.
Nick, welcome back.
Hey man,
to the factory.
Thanks.
So I've spent a little bit of time between streams. Look at this. Like, you can see items flying around, whizzing around past our heads.
It's looking good
already. So we, in the last stream, moved over kind of partially to a logistics pipe system, Nick. And as you can see here, I'm on my way to connecting up all of these researchers here with logistics pipes. And yeah, basically I've done more of what we were doing in the last stream. I've torn down like most of the machines here that were making all of the bits for research. I've taught the machines over here, whether it be the mega metal presses or this wall of crafters, how to make all of the different components required for the first 3 tiers of research. And yeah, they're all being made, they're all being sent over, and research is coming in, man.
Beautiful. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, look, it looks so... Oh, don't want to climb up there by accident. It looks so neat, Isaac, not having all of these metal presses and redstone and conduits and all that crap over here. It looks, dare I say, like a factory, Isaac, a professional factory.
He's using he's pulling out the P words.
I'm pulling out the P word, Isaac.
Geez,
yeah.
The P word has been pulled.
When there comes a P search, Isaac, there comes P words to go with it.
Very true. So I've also switched over a little bit over here. As I mentioned, I've disconnected the before we had, what is it called, link cable? Simple cable.
Yes.
We had the simple cables on here. Those are gone. And now everything is being pulled actively from these drawers into the corresponding compacting drawers over on the wall. So everything should be accessible by both our simple storage network and our logistics pipe system. And we do also have research automatically coming in over here.
Yeah,
although I did realize after I placed these down that people did recommend compacting drawers, so we should probably swap these out for compacting drawers for research at some point fairly soon.
Oh, this is good. I still noticed that the slight mistakes of last episode of item sync module chest. I want to keep the sickle there, man. I want the sickle to stay there. That sickle's iconic.
Locked.
Perfect. Here we go. I'll get rid of this other crap.
Yeah, I'll lock these empty ones as you go here. It looks like we might
in there.
Looks like we might have filled up the iron compacting drawer maybe, because I noticed there is iron just in the middle drawer there.
Oh yeah, let's have a look.
It's fine. I do have a drawer. It doesn't look like we have. It looks like it might. Oh, whoops! Watch out, man. You're walking into my
accident.
Into my line of fire. Here we go. People want a safety cow update. Can we get a safety cow update?
Hold on. Conveyor cow update, everybody. I can confirm that the conveyor cow is still alive and free to roam the land at her will, and therefore accentuating and emphasizing the paramount safety that we, or the safety culture, should I say, Isaac, that we employ on this island and in this land generally.
Stop dumping your inventory, Nick. There we go. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Is it?
I was trying to lock the empty drawers, and as I do, random things are filling in. I'm seeing like gears and fences, and I'm like, stop, please. You're dropping them in, and I'm taking them out again.
Oh no, this is a terrible cycle. Okay, we look like we're all right.
We're good. We're good. Oh, yeah, look at this. The cow's doing fine, man.
Yeah,
Safety
man.
cow TM. Nice.
This cow is free to move around, and it's also very dumb, Isaac. So at any point, it could just hit its head on the MV wire cable, like the robot vacuum cleaner that we've discussed in the past. You know, it just kind of moves around until it hits a wire.
Yeah,
and
that's
therefore,
true.
because the fact that it hasn't done that thus far, Isaac, you know, it means that our land is extremely safe.
Yeah, exceptionally so, right?
Exceptionally safe.
Staggeringly
Exceptionally
safe, some might say.
So,
there are still a few things that need to be done here. For example, this setup over here has not been logistics pipe certified. And currently, our P-search is not being created. Right. Because we only have, we only have 5 researchers here, man. That's for green, red, blue, purple. Wait, green, red, blue, purple? Is that right?
Green, red, blue, purple, yellow?
Oh, I see the problem here. Yeah, no, this is correct. Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, right now, the purple search is not being created, right?
I see.
There are a few compounding problems here.
Okay.
The first is that when I moved the redstone drawer, that created utter chaos. You'll see this drawer here is filled with niter.
Oh, yeah, it
not
is.
with redstone. So, you know, problems are arising on that front. The second one is kind of a resource problem, man. And that is that, like, yeah, some of the alloys required to make these gears, we just don't have the resources for. For example, Enderium here requires lead platinum alloy. I don't think we have any lead. At least there's no lead in here.
Platinum question mark?
We've got a surprising amount of platinum, man.
How do we?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
But then tin is also another one. The tin gold alloy is required for lumium, which we don't have much of.
I see. So, does that mean, Isaac, that we are going to have to delve into the world of better infinite mining to get those things? Or can we not get those things?
That's a good question, Nick. Thank you so much for asking it. Now, the higher tier miner, the higher tier infinity miner, I should say. Let's have a look here. We have currently just like a regular infinity miner.
Regular, basic model, non-pro,
max.
infinite miner,
Excel.
Isaac. Yeah, and to get the better metals, we need to get the pro version, the enterprise license.
So the higher tier ores that we can get, if we get the higher tier infinity miner, include gold, tin, silver, lead, and nickel. So it would solve, and nether quartz apparently. So it would solve some of the problems there. It does require 5,000 redstone flux per tick and even more of the Zerothium liquid.
Right. Yeah, the stuff that's being generated over here on the other side.
Yes. Like it uses double the amount per cycle to make that happen.
So I guess the question is, can we support that infrastructure? Or do we need to expand? It's the age-old cycle, right? More power,
well,
more liquid.
The first question is, can we afford to pivot? Can we afford the upgrade?
Buy it?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the cost?
No, so it requires yellow search that we don't currently have. Yeah, it's a tier out. The thing that I was going to suggest, Nick, because we can, of course, go and throw down a few more regular miners. Like,
true.
And we have stuff over here. Like, we got some tin lying around in this chest here. We could go and throw down a few regular miners to get the regular research. And then potentially, Nick, it might be time, if we have the ability to get the crushers down.
Oh, right. For even more Xing.
Yeah.
Isaac.
Because, like, over here, man, we have got, let's have a look. Standard miner, we've got, like, 3 stacks of tin ore, right?
Yeah.
With 35x ore processing, we're going to have 100 stacks of tin ingots, right?
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
You know what I mean?
6,400 tin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot of tin.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That equates what's like pretty much a similar amount of research, I would assume, if it's like a close correlation or like a few thousand research at least 1,000 research.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. And I think we can maybe do this potentially. Okay. We need 32 purple search, which we easily have.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to go for this? Do we want to?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's crush this game, Isaac. Let's crush this game, King. Let's do.
We need 12x8 blue search, which we indeed have.
Yeah.
We need quite a bit. We need 16x64 red search, which seems like it might be out of our. That's 1,024 red search, Nick.
Right.
And we've got a whopping 294
red search. Some ways out.
And then we need 32x64. So 2,048 green search, which we also do not.
Oh my god. Yeah, geez. Things are getting expensive, man.
They are, man.
Flipping heck. So it comes back to these, doesn't it?
It does come back to these. Yeah, it definitely does. So yeah, I don't know. We have, as always, Nick, a tough. Not all of these are set up yet. Right now, there's only 4 lines. The back 2 lines are not set up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have 4 machines making the first 3 tiers of research. We can use the energy downgrades.
Yes.
And you can also use the energy downgrades in the Infinity Miner as well to pull down that 5,000 RF per tick. That is also true.
Oh, good point, actually. Yeah.
You know, eventually we can do it to 6.25% of 5,000, right? If we get the highest
nuts, isn't it? We calculated that's like very 67 low. Or something like that.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. The question is, do we want to set up even more researchers? Just go crazy with the number of them.
With the downgrades.
Yeah, or do we want to put speed upgrades in?
Brute force it. Just put the speed upgrades in. Just make them faster. Well, I think...
Because the speed upgrades are 50% faster each.
Yeah,
right?
so it cuts the time to a quarter, right? Per research, doesn't it? That's what we deduced, which would be very, 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 very useful.
So we'd be making 4 times as much research per researcher.
Exactly. In the given amount of time.
In a certain amount of time, yeah.
Exactly.
And with 4, that'd be 16 times X. The trouble is the power usage.
I was going to say, can we afford it in terms of power? Do we have the capacity for that?
For the first 2, the answer is probably maybe.
Okay.
I hope that's
That's when work asks me if I can do something. That's the answer I usually give them.
So, like the red research only uses 20 redstone flux per tick.
Mm-hmm.
And the green research only uses 10. You know, it jumps up to 100 with blue and 500 with purple, and then I assume like 1,000, 2,500 with yellow. So it's only with the super high ones that it gets problematic.
Okay, so that's what you mean by with the first 2. I thought you meant like we could support it with like 2 researchers per...
No, sorry, I meant the lowest tiers.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, if it's only 10 RF per tick, and then it becomes what? Do we figure out if the energy usage correlated with the strikeout in time? So would it use 4 times more energy?
I think it might use even more than that. I don't know. So it says...
crap.
So I think it does the opposite of what the energy does, right? So the first one, like it uses... Like it makes the research 50% faster, but I also think it might use 50% more energy. Or maybe even more than that. It says power equals 1 plus speed up bonus to the power of number of upgrades. Or just multiply 1 plus or minus bonus for each upgrade you have and their respective bonus values.
Right. Yes. So, sure. Shall we do it?
Well, do you know the number there, or did you just...
So 1 plus... Let me have a look at the quest myself. Let's have a look. So it's in...
Spent half of our life looking at this quest, trying to figure out how these research speed upgrades work.
It's in here, isn't it? Research speed upgrades. Let's have a look. So speed equals 1 minus speed up bonus to the power of upgrades. Okay, so 1 minus 0.5, which is 0.5, to the power of 2, which is 0.25. So that's, so they take quarter the amount of time, right?
Yeah.
So power, so the power is 1 plus
0.5, so it's 1.5.
1.5 to the power of 2, which is
2.25, right?
Okay, so
multiplied by the initial 20. So it's going to use 45 RF per tick for red, that is.
Okay.
Which seems fine.
That's fine, yeah, right. That's
it's
okay.
It's like 160 redstone flux per tick for the whole set, as opposed to the current 80, right?
Yeah, it's still going to be less than this other higher tier stuff, isn't it? Maybe. Yeah. So let's do it. Let's quadruple this bad boy, Isaac. I'm assuming we already have some upgrades lying around as well.
People, maybe not for speed. I'm going to teach the system how to make it real quick.
Oh, nice.
People are asking why not just use one of each, and like you totally can. If you use one of each, you negate, like you get the faster speed, but you negate the downside, right? Which is good, sure. But like
we want the reason more speed.
Exactly. The reason we're not doing that for this machine is that we have deemed the power usage low enough to where it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we need research, and we need it now, Isaac. All right.
Exactly.
We've got 1519 green and 294 red, Isaac. You know what that is, Isaac? Not good
Not
enough.
enough. Yeah.
All
no.
right, it's not enough.
Not good enough, man. Not
Not
good
enough.
We do need emeralds.
Oh,
Which-
we can. Do we?
Do we?
We do. Did we have one of these things making those full time, or one of these?
Okay, so again, we do this. This system is just balked.
Right. Oh yes, I see the emeralds here.
Like there's an emerald. Oh, where?
This second, where I am. This.
Oh, we
loot
do have
fabricator,
emeralds. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. This system is still balked because things are not working as intended. But we do have emeralds. Which
Yes.
is,
Yeah, I
which is
do remember.
thumbs up emoji.
There was a initiative to have these whatever the thing is in here. What is it? Shulker's data model. We wanted one loot fabricator for most of its wares because we knew that we'd run into a situation like this, which is good. So shall I throw those emeralds into the system then? Because this is not connected. Do you need the...
I've just taken a stack.
Okay, here we go. How much space do we have, actually, man? I guess it's...
storage
you've got a
space.
drawer for it, so that's all right.
I did just dedicate a drawer, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put
Again,
some
ideally,
emeralds
we're
in
going to have all of that stuff kind of coming in anywhere.
Yes, exactly. Through the power of pipes.
Yes. Oh, did I not teach it? Oh, I didn't. Did I just teach you how to do this? Chat. Did I not teach you how to do that? I thought I did. Did I not import it, maybe? Or did I just not teach it? There it is. There it is. Okay, let's have a look. So I've taught the system how to make the speed upgrade 2. So if I request 10 of those, it says missing 60 modularium and missing 14 copper ingots. So copper ingots, it looks like we're just out of copper. So again, this is another problem, Nick, right? The problem being that our current miner is doing jack all.
Oh yeah, it's just sitting here
right
next to conveyor. I think conveyor Cal's doing more than this miner.
It is, yeah, right?
Yeah. So this is this off? I guess it's out of fluid, right?
It is out of fluid, and that leads back to this being balked.
Right. I see where the issue is now. Basically, all of this is just not working.
Exactly.
And
it's
therefore,
because, between streams, I've stripped up and gutted the item
conduits.
Pipe network. Yeah, exactly. If you come down here, man, like, geez, this thing is this area is
just a bit of a bloody
item conduit.
Ooh.
Nightmares, man.
Jeez,
what nightmares are made of.
God, yeah. I mean, I had one last night, Isaac, and it looked exactly like this.
I'm gonna fix this. In the meantime, Nick, do you by any chance want to go and put down the floor underneath the research machines?
Yes, I shall, Isaac. Let me find a suitable way out of here.
I think you have to break something is all.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to break something. Here we go. Let me do this.
In other news, man, I have good news.
Please,
and that is that I didn't die to my dryer.
Oh yeah,
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm alive.
Oh man, so please, Isaac, I'm sitting back. I've got my can of Starbucks double shot espresso. I'm gonna have a sip.
Can?
Not a sponsor. Yeah, I had a meal deal earlier and I got a can of espresso.
Just how the Italians designed it to be.
Did you hear that they just shut down Starbucks in Italy?
That doesn't
basically because the Italians hated it in much. They were like, "This is a terrible coffee."
Yeah,
and then it just died. I saw that. I was like, I'm not surprised. I'm good in a way, but yes, do continue, Isaac, while I sip my authentic Italian espresso.
Yeah, no, it's like I mentioned before in the last stream that my dryer had stopped spinning, and I opened it up, being the DIY repairer that I am, I guess. And after some internet sleuthing, Nick, I came to the conclusion that it was the capacitor that was balked. So I went online, Nick. I ordered a new capacitor of the same size, quantity, capacity. I'm not a capacitor expert.
Is it farads? Is that the
capacitor I bought, Nick, was 8 UF.
Yes, microfarads or picofarads, actually, picofarads or microfarads.
Yeah, U is micro, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, microfarads.
It's not actual U. It's like the little Greek U or whatever it is. Anyway.
Yeah. The U with the tail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I ordered it. New one came, Nick, and bang, I just slotted it in, and there you go. My dryer's spinning again.
Oh wow!
Just like that.
It was just a quick in and out.
Just in and out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, slot it, twist it in, screws it in. little screw to connect it in, and then
twist it, squeeze
little
it,
terminals on the top. Yeah, slap it, spin it. My driver didn't spin it.
He was using his expertise from his younger days. He was like, twist it, spin it, slap it,
bop it,
and then it worked. No, that's great, man. Very good. Were you there in your little den, your little cozy den, little hidey hole? Yeah.
trying to make things work. Yeah, no, I was.
Cat was there joining you.
The cats, they are insane, man. They try and get in. Like, that cat would have electrocuted itself on a capacitor if I wasn't careful. Like, it just
bet.
tried to climb into the dryer. It's insane.
Oh, it was there. It was like,
my cats are not feral.
Oh, really? It was there. Well, that's the sound it would have made if it touched the capacitor.
Oh no, yeah. I think if it touched the capacitor, it would have stopped making sound very quickly. is the truth though.
That's fair enough. No, I'm very glad, Isaac. I'm very glad. Now I know if my dryer stops, or washer dryer stops spinning, I know potentially what the issue is. Do you want to name and shame the company that makes your dryer?
My dryer is made by Beko.
Oh, it's a Beko.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Beko.
It might be.
It might be, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not very, very qualified to...
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say the name. I just see the dryer and
it's got that little line under it, right?
Beko.
Yeah. I've heard of
Beko. Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, Whirlpool owns everyone. I'm pretty sure that they're a Whirlpool subsidiary. But no, that's very good, Isaac.
The capacitor I bought did say Beko and Whirlpool dryers.
Ah, yeah, there you go then, yeah. So, they own bloody Hot Point, which is what I've got. And it's probably just the same thing, right? Maybe. Mine isn't specifically because it's a washer dryer, but yeah, it's all the bloody same, man. It's all an illusion of choice these days. You buy a Skoda, you're choosing between the Skoda and the Seat. They're both just Golfs, Volkswagens at the end of the day. You're like, I'm going to go premium with the Audi. No, it's just still a Golf.
I saw a video a little while back about how, like, every microwave is made by like one company in China. There's like one company that makes like all microwaves.
Yeah, I saw the thumbnail to this video. I didn't actually end up watching it, but I was interested. I was like, oh god. Yeah. It kind of makes sense, right? Because a microwave is quite mad. Like, I do think about it sometimes. I'm there just, heating up food. And I'm like, there's this like crazy
device.
reaction going on. It's like irradiating my food to heat it up.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that there's probably a very, very, very limited amount of expertise when it comes to manufacturing such a device, right?
I don't think that's the case, though. I think they're actually pretty simple machines, all things considered. I think it's just like economies of scale, right? I think one company just does it best. Like, they've just decided to be the ones who are good and do them cheapest.
To make it cheap. Yeah. Well, you've watched the video, Isaac, so you'll know better than me.
I don't remember the rest of the video. It was a while ago, but I remember that part of the video.
Well, it counts, I guess. It counts. That's very interesting.
But yeah,
there you go. Same with washer dryers, clearly, and cars.
I have a different question for you.
Please, Isaac.
How do you feel about salespeople? People whose job it is to sell you something.
Right. So we're talking like someone calls me.
No. I'm talking car dealerships, sofa showrooms.
Oh, right.
These kind of salespeople.
These specimen. These sorts. Right.
How do you feel about these people?
So, my experience with these people, Isaac, is very varied. Right?
Yeah.
So I'll either have a very, very pleasant experience, or I'll be like, please leave me alone, right? But what I've noticed, right, is that my very, very pleasant experience with salespeople has been pleasant because they've left me alone.
Yeah.
Right, to my own devices.
Sure.
Right, to kind of figure out what I want and then only call upon their services in the showroom, let's say at a sofa place, when I want it, right? E.g., a few years ago, my mum was looking for a new car. So we went to a car dealership, right? One of the categories that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And we went in.
You went to...
we went to the local...
to Bugatti.
Sorry, where?
Bugatti.
Oh yes, we went to the local Bugatti dealer, Isaac.
I thought so. Yeah, of course.
Down the road, right?
Yeah, you always see them.
Many models.
The new Bugatti Golf X3.
Yeah. Well, Bugatti is also Volkswagen, man. So there's a bit of switchgear in those cars, because of course it is. So we went to our local Bugatti, and the woman, we went in and there was a specific model of Bugatti that we were looking for, right? So we were looking around, and my mum was like, yeah, no, this is nice, da 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 da. And then the sales lady came up. Right, pardon?
I said, but not the Bugatti that I want.
No, not the Bugatti that I wanted.
This is nice, exactly. But not my Bugatti.
I wanted the one-off, like special one, but she just wanted the mainstream one, the Chiron, Isaac, right. The one that everyone has, right?
Okay.
So anyway, we were looking at that, and sales lady comes up. She's like, "Hi guys, like what are you looking for? You know, because when it comes to, it's quite a big purchase, right? And a lot of times,
did you say a car?
So looking for a Golf,
just dead face, you know, straight in the eyes. A car.
It's like some people have that type of humor, right? What are you looking for? You're in the sofa showroom. What are you looking for? A car. So yeah. So she was like, "What do you guys want?" And then my mum was kind of like, "Oh, I'm like." She said my son is a bit of a car expert. But she was like, "This is what we're looking for."
Is that what you describe yourself as? I
would describe myself as a car enthusiast.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I feel like there's a difference between
not an automotive journalist, though, right? Which is what a car expert
I guarantee you, as soon as that saleswoman heard that my son is a car expert, her eyes rolled in her head. She was like, "Oh, here we go."
She's like, "Oh no,
here we go."
Here we Mr. Big Head thinks he knows it all.
How many times have car experts come into here?
The 12th one I've heard this week. Let's see how much of an expert he is, quote unquote.
Watched 6 episodes of Top Gear, and now they're an expert.
When he was 5, thinks he can drive around the Nürburgring at record speeds now after that. So yeah, we were there, and she was like, "What, da da da," and then my mum told her, and she was like, "Okay, cool. If you want to test drive, feel absolutely free. If not, I will leave you to it." Because she kind of gauged very quickly, right,
that you weren't interested in like a pushy salesperson.
Yeah, exactly. And also because I'd done a lot of research as well.
Yeah,
she was kind of like, these guys, like, they know what they want, so I'm not going to push them for anything that they don't.
Sure.
So that was cool. And then we did go for a test drive in a bit, and then she was like, "Yeah, like, it's up to you." Like, she was like, "I'm not going to push you. Feel free to. I'll name them. It was a Lexus dealership." Isaac,
sure.
Who are actually very well known for like good quality of service, right? And I can attest to that, having also owned one. But yeah,
I think I've got one in my kitchen, actually. Now that you mention it, I think I've got one in my kitchen. I always set my timers with it.
Oh yeah,
yeah, sold to me by Daddy Jeff. You know.
Oh yeah.
I say, "Hey, Alexis."
I did think those cars looked a bit small, Isaac. I also wondered why they had these blue rings around them that kept lighting up whenever I said them. I just thought it was part of the new infotainment system.
You were actually using curries.
I was really glad that she wasn't pushy with her sales.
Really trying to get you to buy the Echo Studio.
I was like, damn, it's a very expensive purchase, Isaac. Those almost £200, man.
It's a big decision.
It's a big decision, and we didn't even go for it, Isaac. We thought, no, we'll wait. We'll sleep on it. We'll think about it.
But no.
So yeah, so that was an example of like a very nice one, right?
Yeah.
And then flip side, I went to a car dealership, also a Lexus dealership, actually.
Wow.
Thinking about it, but a different one. Who was more? It was weird. It was like the car dealerships in the UK are super weird because they all fall under like these umbrella brands.
Sure.
But they're also official. Anyway. So it was like one of those kind of setups, and they were super pushy, right? This was in lockdown too, when cars were selling well, so I don't know why they were so desperate. But they were like, I test drove this car, and I was like, yeah, it's cool. It's quite a rare like car as well. And I was like, it'll be good. But it's very expensive, monthly payments. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just like, I'm gonna think about it. Because it's quite a big decision. Do want to shop around a bit. We'll get back to you. And they were like, no. They were like, someone else is on their way right now to come and look at this car. They were like, someone else is, they've traveled from up north. They're like, they're going to come. And then they were like, I was talking about like how it's quite an expensive purchase, right? Very expensive monthly payments. And they were like, you'll get furloughed. They were like, you'll get furloughed. Like if like lots of companies are furloughing people, you'll still get paid.
That's horrible.
I left actually having signed for it, but the experience left such a bad taste in my mouth that I unsigned for it afterwards, Isaac. Yeah, and then a few months later, I ended up getting the car I got now.
I love the idea, though, that like someone is coming from up north, you better beat them to it. Like, if this person's driving here, they're going to be so annoyed if they get here and there's nothing left for them.
Imagine if they heard them being like, oh, yeah, someone else. We want to sack them off.
Yeah, right? You got to beat this dude.
Exactly.
This dude's called in advance, he's going down.
Yeah. Oh, it was mad.
No,
it was
that's
absolutely
horrible.
mad. So there you go. Two completely different experiences, Isaac, in a similar situation for the similar product from the same company. Yeah. There you go. But then, also in like sofa showrooms and stuff, I did do a lot of sofa showroom attending the end of last year when my parents wanted new furniture and stuff. Yeah. And I found that the sofa people were very nice, Isaac, no matter where we went, actually. They were always really, really sound and helpful and not pushy. But,
the reason I bring this up, Nick, I've been in a few showrooms recently.
I figured.
I have recently been both mattress shopping.
Yeah.
And just the other day, Nick, I went shopping for some carpet. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now, I personally am not usually a huge fan of salespeople. Right?
No. Which I can attest to from our many conversations about sales situations.
Yeah.
Right?
So it depends, right? With a mattress showroom, I just want to walk in. I want to sit on the mattresses to see if they're comfortable, and then I'm going to leave and buy the mattress online, right? I don't want someone to approach me and ask me like, oh, what are you looking for? Oh, yeah, we recommend this Ultra Plush Pillow Max XL Deluxe Edition Elite Sensations back support for side sleepers at XL Max.
And they're always they feel like a rock.
They do.
As well. Yeah.
But so like, that's not for me, right? Now, thankfully, both of the times, like I went to 2 mattress showrooms. They both come over and they're like, you need any help? And I'm like, no, we're good, thanks. And then they just kind of left us alone. And I'm like, fine, perfect. Yeah. No problems.
No hassle. Yeah.
Now, the carpet one's a little different, right? Because I'm no carpet expert. Like with the mattress, you sit on the mattresses, you feel them out, you're like, okay, this is the one I want, and then you go and buy it, right? With a carpet, it's a little different, I think, because like there's a lot more variables, right? They talk about like the height, the depth, the density. It's like I was looking for a carpet for my stairs, right?
Okay.
And apparently this requires different, like, there's like certain carpets you use for like a bedroom, and then you use like different ones because it's a high traffic area, whatever. I'm like, okay, fine. So this sales dude comes up to me, and I was with somebody else, and they start, trying to. They start the whole spiel, right? They come up and they're like, "Oh, hi, what are you looking for today?" I'm like, "We're looking for a carpet." Because the store also sold sofas, and I'm like, "She's like, oh, he's like, oh, okay, yeah." And instantly, I knew this was going to be a
jarring experience,
an experience I wasn't going to get behind. I am a little bit of a socially awkward person, right? In that I don't like small talk, right?
Yes,
which is like the bread and butter of salespeople. They love giving you small talk, right? And I'm like, I don't want to, right? And like instantly he said something along the lines of like, carpets. Oh yeah, the I don't know, the warmth of the house or something, like the heart of the home, or something stupid like that. And I'm like,
for a bit, everything is the heart of the home.
I know,
according to people that sell you things to do with the houses, man. The kitchen is the heart of the home. The bathroom is the heart of the home. The bedroom is the heart of the home. It just depends. Whatever shop you walk into, that is always the heart of the home.
So already I'm not into it.
Yeah.
And people in chat, someone in chat says it's their job to sell you stuff. I understand their job, right? And I understand that, they probably get more sales if they do talk to people, right? If they do like try the small talk and stuff. I imagine statistically that does grant them more sales. But for me personally, I dislike it, right?
Yeah.
And so he's like, okay, take a look around. He tells us a little bit about the carpet. Just take a look around and see what you like, right? I'm like, fine. Okay. So he goes away for about a minute, right? And I'm looking at carpets. And then he comes back like a minute later and he's bought 2 cups of coffee, right?
Oh my God.
Unrequested. I know. He wanders over. He's like, here, I've got you 2 Italian espressos or whatever. Italian coffees. It's just instant coffee, man.
He's got 2 Starbucks cans.
It's just instant. They were in cups, but they also had like a little pot, one of those little milk pots that, you know, have
the little hotel room.
Yeah,
ones.
you like peel it and drop it in.
Yeah.
Dropped it in, and then a thing of sugar. And I'm like, all right, fine, I guess, sure.
Yeah.
Someone said for free. Yeah, they didn't charge us for the coffee, to the best of my knowledge. But yes, unrequested as well. And I'm like, all right, okay, it's a little forward, but like, you know, I didn't ask for the coffee.
You gave your number afterwards.
A little forward, but I'm in. Call me.
I'll buy anything. Yeah.
And then, like, so I'm there to buy a carpet, right?
Yeah.
I know I'm going to leave with a carpet, right?
Yeah.
Most likely. Unless he comes back to me and it's like it's $7,000, at which point I'll be like, no thanks, okay, I'm going to go elsewhere. But like, I'm most likely to leave with a carpet. But they sell so much. And he's constantly dropping like these anecdotes of like, oh yeah, I just bought a carpet for my house. And this is the underlay that I went with and this and that and the other. And I'm just like, man. Please. He's showing me pictures on his iPhone SE of all of his own home renovation that he's working on. And I'm just like
his absolute palace
and
with
I'm
his
like,
new carpets.
I'm like, man, like this doesn't have to be like this. And then I end up picking a carpet, right?
Yeah, sure.
And it's such an awkward experience because he's like, you want to test it? So he picks the funny like test piece of carpet, puts it on the floor underneath some like underlay, and then you got to like pretend to walk over it a few times, like, oh yeah, that's good carpet. Like it's just. It's like it's carpet.
Oh, yeah, you like that? You like the feeling in between your toes of that.
They legitimately were like, he said, you know, you could take your shoes off if you want. I'm like, I'm not taking my shoes off in this bloody carpet store.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't take your shoes off even after you've got the carpet, Isaac. Oh.
Yeah, and I was not into it. And then I don't know, man. It's just little odd things. We were at I go to like the purchasing stage, right? And it's like we were buying it, and he's asking for like our address, and then I tell him like he's asking for a house number. And I'm like, oh, I live at number 75, right?
Yeah,
let's say. And he's like, oh, I live at number 75. And I'm like, okay, that's a cool coincidence, I guess. And then he waits a second. And he goes, all the best people live at number 75. I'm like, what are you shut up, all right? What are you talking about? I'm already buying the carpet. I've put my card details in.
Oh my God, what a legend.
Dear. And then
that's incredible.
While we were trying to while we were on the going through the purchase, there's like upsells, right? And so he's trying to upsell me on this, like,
of course, yeah.
He's like, oh, we can give you a carpet cleaning kit, when we deliver it. A personal carpet cleaning kit, £30. I bought it with my set, it's perfect. And he starts talking about his couch for some reason. He's like, oh, I also bought he's got all the right stuff to make sure you don't, ruin your couch or your carpet or whatever. I bought it for my couch as well, nice leather couches. I use it occasionally, make sure they stay nice and supple. And I'm like, what?
My goodness,
he used the word supple. And I'm like,
supple?
What are you? Supple? I'm not even buying a couch. I'm buying a carpet. I don't need to keep my carpet supple.
Last time I heard the word supple was when someone was describing how a car drives, right? What on earth? This is incredible.
It was a wild experience, man.
Yeah. You bought the carpet as well, so like, it's not
like... I was going to buy the carpet anyway, right? Like it wasn't. There was never any doubt in my mind that I was going to buy the carpet, right? I went to buy a carpet, but like at the same time, and then obviously I walk in, he tells me his name is like, I am Jimmy or whatever his name is. And,
Jimmy Donald, aka Mr. Beast.
Sure. And then after a little bit of time, he's like, oh, what's your name or whatever, because I didn't offer it up straight away, I guess. So I'm telling him whatever. And then later on, he's like, oh, so what do you do for work? I'm like, oh, here we go.
Oh, there it is. There's the question.
And so of course I told him that I'm an accountant. Right?
Of course. Yeah.
And then he goes on, oh gosh, dang it, I died again. And then he goes on this like 5-minute monologue about how maths is so important. It's like, oh yeah, no, good accounting, maths is part of everything, So, and he's talking about learning foreign languages, and he's just rambling on, and I'm just like, what is happening?
This is your worst nightmare.
It's horrible. I hate it.
This is your worst nightmare.
It's horrible. I'm not
imagine.
I don't want this level of small talk ever.
Yeah. This is good weather we're having. X 1000, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you got very unlucky with that.
And then at some point he had to go and get his manager for something, like to check a delivery date or whatever. I'm like, fine. And so he runs around the back and runs upstairs. His manager kind of wanders out around the side. So he's missed him, right? And then his manager, and he comes running, like the store's apparently got like a loop. So he runs back down the stairs from another set of stairs. And then he's like, oh, hi, Greg. I need to talk about delivery dates. And Greg's like, oh, yeah, haha. And then he sits down, a little out of breath. And he's like, oh, well, at least I got the exercise, for this extra little run that he's done that he didn't need to do. And, me and the person were like, oh, yeah, haha. And then just like before, when he's like the best people live at number 9, he takes the one tick too long and then replies, I needed it right, and taps his belly, which is, he was a little, he's not a big guy, but he's like, it's just like, what do you want me to do to that, right? How am I supposed to respond in that situation? Like an awkward laugh situation.
Yeah. Like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, no, I was not a fan.
No, I've not. I don't think I've ever experienced the small talk salesman / woman, Isaac. Like, I've not had one that small talked quite that much.
He was excessive.
I have had, thinking about it, this was a very long time ago, I have had mattress people telling me that the mattress that I liked was not the correct mattress to get, and I should get one that's about 600 times firmer and feels like a rock to sleep on because it's made out of memory foam, and that's what NASA use in their rockets, right? They bloody love it. It's got memory foam.
They do.
That's what NASA use. They love it. Like, do you know what NASA used this? The astronauts practically sleep on this. There was the memory foam developed by NASA. Did you know memory foam is developed by NASA? You should get memory foam developed by NASA.
I saw the same.
Line on it? It's so firm.
I saw the same thing. Let's have a look here. Can I find this?
Oh, it's incredible.
Control F, NASA. There it is. Exclusive. I'm looking at Temper mattress technology with dynamic support. Temper material, first developed by NASA to cushion pilots against the rigors of test flights, providing support where you need it all night long.
I'm like, come on. Like, you milked it in 2008 when it first came out, right? Stop milking it 14 years later. We know it was developed by NASA. Doesn't mean it's comfortable. Yeah. I'm sure the spacesuits was also developed by NASA, but I don't put that on before I go to get my coffee in the morning, right? It's unbelievable. And then I was like, no, I want this. And it was because it was more expensive, right? This mattress. It was like way more expensive. The one I wanted was relatively cheap, but it was so comfortable. It was actually incredible. Like, I fell in love with it. And that was the one we ended up getting. But I was just like, why are they trying to sell me something that I have said I don't want? It's annoying, right? Yeah. But no, I've not experienced the small talk one, Isaac.
Personally, I do not like it.
No, that's fair enough. I wouldn't be a fan either. I'd go along with it, but ha ha ha. But no, it wouldn't be a pleasurable experience. Interestingly enough, though, I had an experience yesterday, Isaac, with the opposite kind of experience, right? Oh, yeah. So I was in London yesterday for work, for the day, and I needed some lunch, and I spotted that quite near to the office that I was attending to was one of those Amazon Fresh physical stores.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, where you go and just
you'd have to go to a checkout, yeah.
And you don't have to go to a checkout. So this was an interesting experience. So I was like, okay, I have absolutely no idea how this is going to work. Let's go. Let's just go and find out. So you walk outside and there's a big sign that says, hey, this is a checkout free store. Go on your Amazon app. And then there's like a little button in the Amazon app that says install QR code, right? And it is there. I'd never spotted it before. But you tap it and then it displays a dynamic QR code on your phone, right? So then you go into the shop and there's like a little guy there just making sure that everyone knows what they're doing, because there was a lot of people in front of me who had no clue what they were doing and they were like fumbling, right, with their phones. So he was like, oh yeah, do this. So anyway, there's a barrier before you actually enter the grocery section, like before you actually enter the areas where the aisles are. And to go through the barriers, you have to hold this QR code up to this little scanner. So I did it, hold my QR code up to the scanner. It was like bing bong, and then it like opened, and then I walked in.
Like public transport, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Bang on. So I went in, and I was given a little paper bag, and I was like, okay, let me just. I wanted some lunch, so I was looking around. So I was looking at some stuff. They had everything, right? Like from instant coffee to toilet rolls to, you know, stuff that you'd find in a small Sainsbury's or a Tesco.
Yeah.
So I wanted lunch. So they had a meal deal for £3.50, like the other shops do. So I was like, cool. I picked up a sandwich and some crisps and a drink. And I was like, okay. So I was thinking at the time, right? I was like, how is this working? So the way that I thought these had worked up until that point was that there was like little RFID tags in all of the packages for the items that you pick up.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was like a fresh bakery section, right? And so there was just like pastries and like muffins and stuff like that. And I was like, hold on a second. There's no way that this pastry is going to have an RFID tag.
Well, that's what you think, man.
Yeah.
Don't they just use like cameras?
Yeah,
like
so then I looked up.
Yeah.
Right? Cameras. Everywhere.
Yeah.
So many cameras, like at every single angle. And I was like, holy crap. Is this thing just using like AI to like, so I've scanned my QR code and then it's like locked onto me and like, okay, that's this guy. We're going to track him around the store. And
I love the idea that there's a camera that like moves as you move. So as you move around the store, it's following you.
Like I'm in like the Big Brother house or something, right? So like its little axis rotating. So I was like, it's clearly just, it's like, okay, there's this guy. We're going to track him across the store. But the thing is, I was there picking things up, putting things back, right? Yeah. And then I eventually, you know, I had this bag like in front of me at times where I would have been, I thought at least that, you know, I would have obscured the view of the camera. But then I just put this meal deal set of items in my bag.
It shows on the app.
Went to the exit. It was like, okay. And then I just walked out. Isaac, I just walked out. About an hour and a half later, an email comes through saying, thanks for your...
This is London Police.
We have identified a theft. You've walked out without paying. Here we go. Let me find it. Amazon Fresh. Your 14th of September receipt for 3 items. And it was like, you know, hi, thanks for shopping with us. Here's your receipt. And it says time in store, 5 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh,
and then it's got the 3 items and then the subtraction for the meal deal.
Right.
And it was like, thanks for shopping with us. And I was like, wow.
I don't want to be timed in the store.
I thought that was quite weird. That it just told me how long I was in the store for. I felt like I was in there for longer, actually, because I was mooching around for so long. But I was like, that's very interesting. And then it's because of that actual time that it gave me that I was like, these guys are going to be processing the hell out of this information, right?
They're
going to be loving seeing what these buying habits are like. They're going to see what you buy, when you want to buy it, you know, the frequency at which you buy things. And we're talking about Amazon here, right? It's so interesting.
No, I don't like that already.
Yeah,
you know?
it was kind of wild, man. It was kind of wild.
Yeah, I do not want to be tracked at the supermarket.
Yeah, this was like
I could probably end my sentences like I don't want to be tracked, full stop. But
yeah,
you know, especially more so in person than online.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Well, no, that is fair enough. But yeah, it was a very interesting experience, and I was like, this does kind of seem like the future, right? So the first time you drive an electric car, or when the iPhone went all screen, right? I'm like, wow, it was like a taste of the future. I was like, geez, this is
I don't know, man.
Quite weird, but it was very convenient. And I realized it was very reasonable as well. But then I remembered it was Amazon, so obviously it would be like the price.
I wouldn't want to like have to like scan ID to get into a supermarket.
I thought I would prefer scan and shop. That, you know, I think that's the best compromise.
Even scan and shop though, it's still linked to you, right? Like you got to sign up for the account. Like they still know it's like
but I guess the same could be said even if you just order groceries online, right?
Not for
kind
sure.
of the same thing.
Maybe, but like there definitely is for sure.
Yeah.
But like I for me at least, I expect to be tracked online. I don't want that technology moving its way into the physical realm, right? Could you imagine if you walked into the supermarket and somebody was like name, and they just wrote your name down on a piece of board, right? And on the way out they wrote down everything you purchased. You'd be like, I feel like you'd be a little weirded out by that. No?
Yeah.
You'd be like, that's a bit weird. Why are you writing down everything I've purchased? You know, why do I need to check into the supermarket? You know, it's just one of those things. It's like
it was a very interesting experience. I'm glad I got to try it. Isaac.
Someone said if you're paying with a credit card, I have news for you. That's true. Like they get your name and number, I guess. But like there's a difference there between, like, obviously that's trackable for sure. You do have the option to not pay with a card, I guess. But the thing I would say at the very least is that at that point, they're not tracking like how long you spend in the store. They're not tracking like what you look at, what you spend too much time looking at, where you go, the path you take. Like, I know all this information can be used to make the store better, I guess, for Amazon at least, right?
Of course.
They can prioritize what goes where and optimize flow patterns or whatever they want to do. But like, I don't know, there's for me, I wouldn't. The tech is cool, but
the tech was very cool. I was like, that was quite. Some part of me was just expecting it to get it wrong, like to maybe miss an item out or like think that I did it, but it was perfect. It was bang on. I was like, wow, that's very interesting.
There you go.
But yeah, no, I do understand the implications of that, and I think they're shutting them down, or they're not going to make any more, or like build any more Amazon Fresh stores in the UK at least. Yeah, it was quite interesting. So clearly, it's not a.
It seems like the kind of thing that Amazon did just as a way of
flexing.
Not even flexing. I think to sell the tech to other companies, right? I think they want to sell whatever that is bundled in with like Amazon Web Service, right?
Yeah. They would probably do, to be honest, actually.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's like, like Google Fiber, right? Like they've not like done a mass world expansion. They're not internet everywhere. They just kind of, like a company will start something, prove that they can do it, and then, just sell the tech elsewhere.
Sell Amazon like in-store shopping, auto in-store shopping as a service, basically. Which is interesting. They'll be just install the cameras and then we'll do the rest effectively.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a very interesting experience, Isaac. Very interesting experience. Quick question, Minecraft related, shockingly.
Oh, wow.
Isaac, do you have the water reservoir?
I do, yes.
Would I be able to take that off your hands?
What is it? What's you're doing?
Making bricks, Isaac. making bricks.
There you go. Sorry, I'm just filling up
Thank you kindly.
The water for you. There you go.
Thank you very much. Lovely. Oh, it's hardened. The hardened reservoir. It's hard. Oh, this reservoir's been hardened. Oh, here we go. Let's do that.
Okay, we do need Nitor here. This one is tricky, but it's coming together. How's it looking over here, man? Look at this.
So we're all stoned up, Isaac.
Nice.
We just need to do some brickage, and then we're.
Oh yeah, no, I see that.
And there's a floor. There will be a full, completed factory.
Did we
be the factory floor?
Did we request those speed upgrades? What happened there? We're missing copper, right?
Oh yes.
And then we ran into the problem of the machine over here not doing its job because it's bad at its job. Right?
I see where the
derailment
flow
occurred.
Here.
Yeah.
Of what's happened.
Yeah.
Right. I see. Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, that means there's copper ore in here, right? Oh,
I have just moved it over. Yeah, it's being processed.
Excellent.
Into 10x its original output. Never fear, Nick. Never fear.
We're still at 297 red search, but we are at 1890 green search, so we're almost there in terms of green search for the crusher upgrade.
Nice,
which is good.
We do have 2 speed upgrades already in the system, so we should probably just put those in.
Oh, do we? Okay,
well, 2 tier 2. We have actually 6 more tier 1s, which again we could also put in if we really want to.
Yeah, we should. What do I want here?
Modularium connected. Modularium's over here, right? Yeah, again, this system's going to fall apart as well. Like, there's a lot of changes, Nick. Changes.
A lot of changes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it requires some change management. It requires some transition from the old infrastructure to the new infrastructure, Isaac.
You know it is.
Yeah, man. People charge a lot of money for that these days. But at the end of the day, half of it still doesn't work.
So again, the problem here with red search is we have no copper. Red search requires
I figured
the copper coil block, which is problematic. Yeah.
Oh, it's a bit of an issue out here, lads. Yeah. copper coils, lads. Oh yeah, all right. I see. I do see the issue at hand.
Many problems occurring.
Things are falling apart, Isaac. Things are falling apart. But it's gonna be okay.
I'm fine with a salesperson giving me helpful information regarding the purchase that I'm presumably about to make. However, when the salesperson is like just small talking constantly, I'm like, I'm here to buy a carpet, right?
Yeah,
that's all.
Look, there's something to be said for the importance for a salesperson to be able to judge the kind of customer that they are dealing with, right? Because there's all kinds of different customers. So something to be said for a good salesperson is one that can very, very quickly identify what vibe the customer wants in terms of how much interaction they get from the salesperson, right?
Yes.
Now you clearly, and it would have been, you would have been able to read it too. You would have been able to tell that you were just like, you said, we're just looking, all good. You were just kind of saying your points and you were done, right? Like you weren't small talking with them. So immediately as a salesperson, a good salesperson would pick up that you didn't want to small talk. So then they would not small talk, right? You get it with Uber drivers, barbers, etc. Like a lot of what, they like a good, I wouldn't say a good barber would not talk to you because obviously
Nick.
But you would.
I'm going to come across as the most socially awkward person in history.
I know you would.
I would say that. Yeah, I would say that.
But I guess it's an important factor, right?
Yes,
is one that can very quickly determine if you want to talk or not, and then they'll just adapt, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think there's something to be said for that. And there you go. Isaac just gets all his talking out the way here.
I do. It's true. Hours, I'm like, I don't want any more talking to anybody ever.
I mean, we talk enough, man.
Right?
Jeez. We don't need to talk anymore.
Let's all sit in silence. A
lot of times after I do this, whenever I'll meet people after, they'll be like, "What happened to your voice?" They will always say, "They're like, your voice, you sound a bit hoarse." I was like, "Yeah, I've just been talking for 2/2.5 hours straight."
Yeah.
Right? It just happens. But yeah, it's quite funny. So yeah, get all the talking out the way here, man. Here we go. Need some more cobbly stone. Got loads over here. There we go. Oh my goodness me. Let's do this. Let's make some more bricks.
So also it depends if you mean a salesperson you like or one who is successful. I don't think that's the case. I think oftentimes they can be unsuccessful. If a salesperson's talking to me too much, I'm gonna leave. Right?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a correlation.
Yeah. I mean,
100%.
I think the trouble is, right? I think they are more successful, right? Like, I think if you were to look statistically, I think the ones who put in that, who do the small talk, probably make more sales, right?
Yeah.
It's just not for me, right? Like,
yeah.
And it's not going to work with me, right?
Yeah.
I bought the carpet, but I was going to buy the carpet, whoever showed up, right?
Yeah.
It could have been, I could have walked in and there would be like a self-checkout there and I probably still would have purchased a carpet, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I think that the trouble is, for me at least, is that the technique works, right?
Yeah.
It's like clickbait on YouTube, right? People don't like it, but the channels that do it work. They get more views, right?
Exactly.
Everyone says, "Oh, I hate clickbait," but then everyone clicks on the video that's like, "You won't believe, the 10 things Queen Elizabeth did yesterday." It's like, okay,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
people say they don't like it, but they click.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's the thing. If it works, but the thing is with these salespeople, it's probably such a small increase in terms of to employ that like hard sell to everyone method.
I think it probably ends up being a massive increase in sales. I think the pushy people, like the ones you bought the car from, make so many more sales because people like you will just buy it, right?
Oh man,
they'll cave. They'll be like, yeah, okay, fine. I think it's one of those like psychological techniques that just works.
I don't want it to be true.
I don't, but I think unfortunately it is, right?
Yeah.
I dislike it as well. Yeah.
Oh, no, well, there you go. There you go. Salespeople, everybody. Don't speak to them, but also maybe do speak to them. But also they should be good at determining if you want to speak to them. That's what we've determined today. That's the output from today, peeps. Hey, Jim, Sally, if you're watching and you're going into sales, determine what the customer wants, right? And cater their needs. And don't worry about the numbers. Don't. I know what I'm telling you. Don't worry about the numbers. No, don't worry about those.
I don't know how well that one's going to go over. Nick.
So it's not the £10,000 how to sell like a pro course is not going to instill that knowledge.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. People buy those courses,
People totally do buy those courses, man.
That's the thing. And it's because the sales tactics work.
Yeah. How to trade like a pro.
Yeah.
$100,000 worth of course in this simple 2,899 price tag.
Real quick, Nick, if you come over to the logistics request table here.
Yeah. It's over here, right? Hello. Hi.
If you open this up, in the middle there, do you see 1K 9 diamonds?
Oh, yeah, I do. It's deploying the new year format, 2K22, right?
There's also there's 10K iron, but then there's 12K redstone, and then 2K 1 golden nuggets.
Oh, yeah.
It's very bizarre.
And
then over the page, there's like 1K 9 silver and 3K 2 aluminum and 1K 2 platinum. I don't understand.
Hello. All right. Pipes network mod. That's quite a weird way of doing it. Yeah, look at that.
That's very odd.
That's a bit bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not 2.4K. Maybe putting a decimal in Isaac would have just been too. It would have made the number too wide. It would have just been too much. So they had to get rid of the decimal place, and the best way to display that information while doing that was by putting the K in between the thousands and the hundreds number. Yeah, that's quite weird.
Maybe, man.
Jeez.
Maybe. I didn't know, by the way, I had to put in, I did put blacklists in.
Oh.
For these guys. So, like, the extraction here, if you right-click on it, you'll see it's got a filter in there. And that filter has a blacklist because, as we mentioned before, sometimes it will make, like, the iron plates, send them back around to the chest, and then sometimes if the logistics
iron
pipe...
plates will go back in.
If the logistics pipe isn't faster than the item pipe, then the plates will go back in, which is not what you want. You'll see it's happened here, actually. The gearbox doesn't have a filter.
Yes. So there's just some aluminium and copper gears just hanging out.
Yeah, a few. So like this one here does have a filter. The next one over, but only for copper cable, not aluminum wire, which is why the aluminum wire has gone in. And you see this one, the third one.
It's quite funny. So I put the aluminium and copper gears back in the chest,
and
they like shared them out, the conduits and the basic pipes. So then I put them in again. And again, so that one, the basic pipe took everything. But no, there we go. One more copper gear made its way in.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So just over time, it just nabs some back.
If you need to put the blacklist on. Yeah.
Right, I see.
Either that or make the pipes much faster extracting. Because as long as the logistics pipes can extract faster, it'll be fine. Right?
Yeah. If you look at the aluminium rod one, 2.5 stacks of aluminium rods made its way back in here. So I guess without the blacklist or faster pipes, you might run into the situation where...
Look at all those pipes flying out, man. So much aluminum. They're all going to make widgets over there.
Nice.
And then the widgets fly back, and yeah, look at this.
Yeah, I guess if you don't do that, you might run into a situation where the output actually ends up taking up all the slots, and then there's no space for the thing you actually want in there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Look at this. I love watching all this stuff just fly around, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
It's great. It's great.
Look at this.
Copper is somewhat backlined though. And over here, Nick, I have managed to tidy up somewhat what's going on over here. So like all of the goods now just go here and then get extracted to the main draw network.
Oh,
see
nice.
Over here we've got
in a similar vein to the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's being centralized.
To the draw network before it's then extracted for further processing. Nice.
Yeah. And then we can use logistics pipes to send things here that need to be sent here to start making those gears.
Yes.
And then maybe. Yeah. Maybe? Yeah. I'm just thinking about how we want to do this. But no, this should be fine actually. Yeah, no, don't worry about it, Nick. It's
okay.
It's gonna be fine.
All right.
But yeah, no, this is working again. We've got a backup on the Zerothium fluid. It looks like I might have broken a cable actually that transfers it.
Oh, I see.
Intergalactically across the lines here, which is probably why. If I do this, and this.
Oh, yeah, filling up.
There we go. I'd love to see it. Okay. So yeah, we could, I think replacing the auto workbench here with a sequential fabricator is going to be a good idea just to keep that, and then upgrading the speed of these two machines, the magma crucible.
Sure, just to churn stuff out quicker for these miners.
Pulverizer. Yeah, that way we can get the Zerothium faster, which is fine for now. Like it seems to be keeping up for this machine.
Yeah, but I guess like we alluded to at the beginning of the episode, if we want the better one.
Although actually maybe not actually. This looks like it might be slowly depleting over in here. Or maybe it's okay, I don't know. But yeah, no, if we are wanting to upgrade, we are going to need even more than what we currently have. And then the final piece of this puzzle, Nick, which is going to be tricky because we don't currently have a system in place to kind of send ores to these drawers.
No, we don't.
But I guess we could do that fairly easily. Like if you just put an item sink, like we got item sinks here, right, on the chassis pipes. If we just stick an item sink pipe on here, it should send the iron ore there, right? Like with the draw controller, if we put a polymorphic item sink on, the logistics pipe system will look at the polymorphic item sink, see that there's already iron ore in here, and then send the iron ore there.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Awesome.
So that should work just fine. It should just be a case of getting some chassis pipes. Not official naming.
Look. And I guess we don't need any of the higher marks, right?
I don't think so, no, because we never need to extract this stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's always just like this.
Putting stuff in, so we don't need loads of cards in them and stuff like that.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use something like that. Could you make me 4 or 5 polymorphic item sink modules?
Yeah, polymorphic item sinks. Yeah, modules. There we go. 2, 3. What are we missing? Some blank modules. Extremely easy.
Very easy.
Extremely easy.
Extreme.
3, 4, 5. Let's do that. And these just go in without configuration, right?
So you need to put... Yes, no, they do.
1.
Yeah,
one more.
That should be perfect.
Let's do
if the drawers work, that is. We had some... I had a weird experience. Like over here, it didn't look like it wanted to extract from the drawers, which was odd.
Oh.
Yeah, it was weird. So let's have a look. Do we have any unrouted pipes? We do indeed. Do we have any basic pipes? We do indeed. Beautiful. Fantastic.
Here we go. I need 2 copper for the last polymorphic item sink.
Oh? Is it coming in though? Gosh dang it, I forget about that high voltage cable.
I don't I think so.
We don't have
unless it's just being used.
I mean, it will be being used, but check the copper line, man. Check the machines.
Let's have a look. Yeah, no.
I need to.
Oh dear.
It does work with the draw controller. That's true. So it should work in theory.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let's get this on the way. There we are. I just finished processing all of the copper. There it is. There it is. There it is.
There it
is. Let me wait for that to come in. There we go. Boom.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
One. Let's whack that in the end one here. There we go. Okay, these are all sunk, Isaac.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna run this cable over and out, and hopefully
here we go. So that's it. Yeah. So then things will start to be processed automatically. Finally.
In an ideal world, yes. Careful of the gosh dang it, safety cow. Get in my way. There we go. Let's see. So does that extract? No.
Ooh.
Interesting. Yeah, again, it's odd in that like the extraction doesn't seem to like certain things. Although I have a feeling that if I get rid of this, no power. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Actually, might not have had power. I think you have to put like was it red?
I think so.
Yeah, like the pipe is red itself, but then it's got like the red.
It's also
red.
It's not connected to a power source, is it?
No, it isn't. Oh no, yeah, you're right. It's not.
Yeah, it isn't.
Right,
yeah,
right.
This one's over here. Yeah,
that's okay. We do have this pipe here, right? That we on this side that we can already tap into.
Yes. So if you just connect them up, that should supply the power.
I think you also have to put basic logistics pipes every so often.
Oh, really? That's just to keep
the power going.
It's almost like a pump.
I think so, yeah, because like this one here, I didn't used to have this pipe.
Oh, there it goes. It's working, Isaac.
Oh,
it's working.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Is it sending the stuff to the right places?
So yeah, iron went into iron. So I think it's just pulling the iron out at the moment.
Okay, it's we can make it faster if we get like a module base.
Oh yeah,
put that in.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Put that in, and then if we put put in like some item extraction upgrades. We can extract hopefully a little quicker.
Here we go. Here we go.
Like this. And that should see big extraction gains. And given that it's all connected up, we should also see, like, now that we've connected up to the main system, the redstone and diamonds should also make their way to their respective drawers, right?
Straight to their, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no, there we go. That is
nice.
That is indeed working. Everything is being pulled out.
Into the right one there. Yeah.
Yeah, I see redstone going the other way.
Nice. It's working.
Nice, nice. So despite setting this up millennia ago, and you'll see, yeah, we are running out of Erothium in there. It's not keeping up. But if you look in here, like we've got a bunch of Blizz powder.
Oh, okay. So this is where the bottleneck lies currently.
Yes. There's a few problems. There's a few problems with power delivery around here. The power infrastructure is not quite where it should be, but that is very fixable. It's like the niter is also low on there, but that's not a problem. We have redstone, so yeah, no, this is fine, Nick. And if we replace this with a sequential fabricator, we could upgrade all 3 machines to start making the Zerothium faster, and then eventually, of course, when we get the higher tier Infinity Miner, we can then use that hopefully without too much issue. Alas, though, Nick, unfortunately, we're out of time for this episode of Feed the Factory.